Alright, we got the grills off the little Fasco, and there's a flathead set screw, and it really just looks like a sheet metal screw. No way to know if that's original or if it was replaced by somebody. But really, I mean, they don't usually do that sort of thing. So I want to see if I can screw that in. The blades don't seem to be loose. They don't seem to be loose at all. So I'm not really sure, you know. The next thing will be, we'll see if we can get the motor apart. It really looks pressed together. I don't really know if that's going to be possible. So let's see if we can put a screwdriver in there and tighten that up. Okay, so much to my surprise, this does, even though it looks like just a flathead screw, it does appear to be a purpose-made set screw. Very interesting. So let's see if the blades will come off. I usually forget to film this, so let's see if they pop off. Yeah, they do indeed. So there we go. There's our blade set. So there they are. They don't seem to be loose from the hub. Doesn't seem to be any movement or rattling. So there we go. There's your Fasco stamped blade hub. Nice gray color. All right, put these down. All right, so no up and down play. I'm not really feeling any. Tiny bit maybe. Tiny bit in and out, but it is, as someone suggested, very gummed up. So we're gonna hope that we can find that it comes apart. We do have electrical tape here, which wouldn't be original, so who knows what this fan has been through. It's very clean and the paint's very nice, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been messed with, and we know that. There's a number 8 painted on the motor. I haven't seen any other markings as of yet. So there you go. First step to it. Come on, buddy. You suck. Okay, that's a bummer. Come on, come out of there. There we go. Okay, this was not what I wanted to happen. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to lay this down for now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're in trouble now. We're gonna be wiring this fan. That's broken wire there, so this will not run until we get that taken care of. There you go. All the way to the switch. So that's probably why there was electrical tape here. And then we're not even sure this motor is going to come apart, so we might have just destroyed this thing. Good to know, but yikes. Okay, so we'll have to see what happens next. We've even got exposed wire right up into the motor housing there, so, you know, that's... Everybody was saying, boy, that's really a nice condition. Well, it's not a nice condition, Jesus. So, I've got all the bolts out of the motor, but I don't know if this is going to come apart. We're going to find out. I have a feeling that the reason this is the way it is because they couldn't get the motor apart either. All right, so there is, the motor looks like it might want to come apart a little bit. If it does, there's hope. I'm tapping it gently with the dealie. I have the dealie. We might be able to split it here. It does feel like you can see it separating a little bit. I'm not sure how we're going to get it to go, the rest of the way. You could see it wants to move. So I'm going to keep working on it. I don't know how much you can see with my stupid shoulders in the way. Try to get inside there. Yeah, it does want to split apart a little bit. There we go. Got some movement. All right, this is good news. It also gives us hope for the Dayton, which really looks like it doesn't want to come apart. All right, so we're going to keep working on it. I'll fast forward for you so you don't got to watch all of this. Now, I never made a witness mark. Let's do that now. That way, at least we know generally where we were. And there we go. Okay, now, I just need to get that. Okay, that's a little better. Voila. All right, so here's the rotor. It's got numbers on it. We've seen a few that have numbers on them. Kind of cool. It's got some thrust washers on either side, and well, it's got some weird stuff on it. It's got this sort of metal lip thing. I'm not sure what any of that does. And one washer came off on the motor side, so that was on this side here. So we'll clean this off. There is, yeah, that's gummy right there. But none of it's going to matter unless we can get it rewired, which I don't think we can. This might be totally ruined. But the windings look real nice for whatever it's worth. So we'll see. I don't really know what's going to happen with all this. It's kind of a mess. I think the first thing to do would get the other half of the motor housing off. We'll see if we can do that. I might just cut all this. I kind of want to mark what went where. How would I know that? Jesus. Yeah, okay, so we got a lot to think about here. All right. Fuck. Well, here you go. There's your Fasco. Blew her apart. God knows what'll happen next. Problem right now is I can't get this fucking clip off of here. And I want to get the motor housing this way. I suppose I just cut it all. I'm trying to wait and see if I can figure out what line goes where on the motor for when we rewire, if we do. But I can't get this fucking thing off of here with the tape underneath. What a pain in the ass. All right, here's the motor, the front half. We'll try and get the cover off. And as you can see here, these wires are broken all the way down to the housing there. That's nothing new. I think that was like that probably before I started moving anything around. So it's just a matter of time before this thing self-destructed. I don't know if I'll be able to get these through and fixed up from the other side and then back out. Who knows? You know me, I'm not really good at this part of it. I'm good at taking them apart and pretending like I know what I'm talking about, but then when it comes to know what you're talking about, I'm not exactly your guy. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do from this point. I'm going to try at least to get this off of here. Ah, there we go. Now we have the two parts apart. Let's take a look at the other side. So here's our lines that go in. Oh man, I can't fix this shit, man. I don't know how you'd even heat them up to get them through. I mean, fuck, what do you do? I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just a guy with a can of WD-40, you know what I mean? I don't know what to tell you. So this is pretty effed. You'd have to pull these through, rewire here. Jesus Christ, right? Because that's all the way up there. So I don't know what you do at that point. So I'm going to place this down and give it some thought. Probably should have done nothing. Left it alone, but we didn't. So now we have to deal with it. So I'll think about it a little bit. If you have any thoughts on how to deal with that, some of you guys know what you're talking about. For sure, a lot more than I do. So it'll be interesting to see what the answer is dealing with that. I think you just have to try and get them to come through this way. I don't know. Pretty scary, because if this is all shellacked together, then what would you do? I don't know. It just sounds like it's toast, if you ask me. So I don't know what the answer is, other than she ain't running anytime soon, whether or not the bearings clean out. So I'm going to place this back, and we'll think about it overnight. Feel free to comment. Let me know what you think. I don't know what to do with it. Other than put it back together without the cord on it and say, hey, looks cool. There you go. You're done. So there you go. There's your Lasco, baby Lasco. Not Fasco, not Lasco. So anyway, the windings look nice, but the rest is pretty fucked. So I don't really know what the answer is to that. Let me know your thoughts on what you do. And that's all for today. There you go.